Hi, my name is Soneni Burombo. I am a Master of Education candidate at the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education. I have created this micro lesson for child welfare practitioners, and I shall be discussing the concept of the duty to report. Let's get started. So the duty to report refers to the legal obligation certain individuals have to report suspected child abuse or neglect to the authorities. And so Section 20, subsection 1 of the Child and Family Services Act states that a person who has reasonable grounds to believe that a child is in need of protection shall forthwith report the matter to a child welfare agency or a peace officer. Let's find out who is responsible to report. So all adults and service providers have a duty to report when a child or youth discloses harm or potential harm. And this includes the following: healthcare professionals such as doctors, nurses, dentists, mental health nurses, pharmacists, and psychologists. It also includes those in the teaching profession, teachers and school principals, as well as social workers, family counselors, ministers, youth and recreation workers. And the list goes on to include peace officers and coroners and every adult. In a nutshell, everyone has a duty to report. And so I have put together 5 P's, and these 5 P's represent the intent of Section 20, subsection 1 of the Act. The first P is protection. So the section of the Act protects children from harm. It provides early intervention. It promotes a culture of responsibility. It prioritizes children's best interests. And it also promotes collaboration among authorities and service providers. So let's pause and take a moment to see how much you have retained from what I've said so far and how much you already know about the duty to report in your practice. So go ahead and take 2 to 3 minutes, click on the link and see if you can answer the questions that are set out for you to respond to. And so when we think about duty to report, there are steps that we need to take. And so the first step is to gather identifying information of the individual who is giving the disclosure. We also need to notify the agency. So the person who received the disclosure should make the report. And the third thing that we need to do is to provide the agency with as much information as possible, including the child's name, date of birth, address, parent's name, address, as well as telephone number. So this information is gathered and is reported to the child welfare agency or peace officer in order for them to carry out their investigation. So do you have any questions, any comments, or any thoughts about what I've discussed in this micro lesson? Please feel free to type on the comment section below and let me know what those are. And I would really appreciate you sending me some feedback. And the next series of the micro lessons that are to come will be discussing different concepts that are applicable in child welfare. So thank you for your time. Merci, Nakumi, Kwana, Huyanami. And let's remember, every child matters.